Well, we want to welcome everyone here today. We're excited to have the grand opening of the storm shelter that's here in the community. And we just wanted everyone that could to come by and see the shelter and meet some of the shelter team that will be working the site. There are a couple people that I want to mention that aren't here today, and that would be our past emergency management director, Mike Bryant. He was a big part in making sure that this got off the ground. And then Michael Amberson, who was our past planner at emergency management, and he worked very hard to get the effort rolling to get the grant situated and working with the city council and with the mayor. So we want to remember them today, as they helped us so much to be able to do this. It's passed through many hands to get here, but now it's finally here and finally in place and ready for the community to use. At this time, I'm going to ask the mayor if he would like to share something.
Okay. Thank you, Deborah. I just let everyone know who all worked on this project from the city. The City of Gadsden team, they helped complete this important project for the citizens up in this area. As I call your name, if you'd come forward, I'd like to be recognized. First of all, the City of Gadsden council members and their support for these projects that we have. Jen Wethington of City of Gadsden Parks and Rec. The shelter sits on Parks and Rec property. Mike Hilton, the City of Gadsden Public Works Department, his advice, coordination of field dirt and site work. Heath Williams, our city engineer of the engineering department, for overseeing the bid process and the planning of the meeting. Jeremy Ward of the City of Gadsden Engineering Department for the many hours of research and follow-up. And last but not least, the Gadsden Etowah Emergency Management Agency with Deborah Gaither, Denise Cooey, Josh Tanner, David Elliott, Brianna Cole for the grant portion of this project and the acquisition of carbon monoxide detectors and so much more that the public will be glad to have this in our neighborhood the next time we have some storm warnings. So I want to give all those people a big hand if any of them are here.
Yes, first of all, I'd like to thank Deborah Gaither and the EMA staff for getting this done. I mean, it took a lot of work. I know it did. But at least today we have it in our neighborhood, okay? I do want to introduce the special people who are going to be manning this shelter. Is Lori Graham, Wayne Wilson, Deidre McClendon, and Paulette Chandler, Kelly Snyder, and Doug Davison. That's enough to cover it in case anything were to, well, in case it's going to happen sooner or later. But these people will be on hand and nearby to take care of opening it up, maintaining it, and being sure that things go as they're supposed to. I had a note in here that said I was supposed to talk about safety in the neighborhood. We're in Alabama City. People in Alabama City take care of each other. They really do. If you have an emergency, you know your neighbor, and you're going to see that everything goes well with them. Along come the children. They too figure into it from the standpoint that they may be at school, or they may be at home, or you may be at work, or whatever. But I want to just say one thing about plan. Be sure you have a plan in place in case emergency happens, that you know what to do. Pets. What in the world? Pets.
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 Well, they can be caged, but we can't take them if they're not caged.
Okay. So we get that straight from
Right.
Dana. Okay. But the main thing is, if you do have a pet, make sure you have a cage for it and that it has its shots. The next thing I think that figures into this is the emergency kit that you have pretty well maintained at home. First aid kits, flashlights, cell phone. To me, the main thing is water, I would suppose, because you're going to have to bring it with you. You have it at the house, but if a disaster happens or emergency happens, you're going to be bringing that to the shelter. Anyway, close this thing out. I just want to say about the people in Alabama City again, Deborah. We invite everybody to come down and see this shelter, know what it is, have a plan to use it just in case. But always remember, watch out for your neighbor and know what they're doing at all times, and just cooperate with it.
Thank you. Shelter Etowah.
All right, Shelter Etowah is a partnership between the Gadsden Etowah County Emergency Management Agency and participating local organizations to promote safe sheltering and provide a safe temporary shelter in times of inclement weather. On average, tornadoes in Alabama account for approximately 7 deaths and 104 injuries. Shelter Etowah does not involve long-term sheltering, but short-term. So these shelters, like the one behind us here, would only be used for a very short period of time to provide safety in inclement weather. According to data from the U.S. Census Bureau, 12% of the population in Etowah County lives in manufactured homes. An additional 30% would not live in a home that would not be able to survive an EF0 tornado with winds of 65 to 85 miles an hour. So shelters like these are very important. Shelter Etowah can be reached through shelteretowah.com on the internet. It's also available in a mobile app form for your smartphones, for both iPhones and Android systems for free. Doesn't cost anything, and that app will give you immediate information about what shelters are open, which are closed, which ones are handicap accessible, which ones allow pets in crates, that sort of information. And then as far as Shelter Etowah goes, those locations are activated once the National Weather Service in Birmingham issues a tornado watch. We activate our shelter teams. They go out to the proper locations, open up those sites, and then they call back into the EMA to let us know we're open, ready to take folks who are seeking refuge from the storm, and we're able to instantaneously update information on both the mobile app and the website. So if you don't have the Shelter Etowah app, it's a very good app to have, especially with our secondary severe weather season right here upon us.
Thank you. And Denise is going to talk to you a little bit about alert and notification.
Thank you. We are so excited to be here, and this is such a great facility for our citizens. But when do you know to use it? The first thing that some people think about are your outdoor warning sirens, and those are great if you're outdoor, but please don't rely on those as your method of notification that it's time to take preparation for a tornado. We use several different social medias. We have nixle.com, which sends out alert notification notices via your smartphone or email. You can sign up for that. It's free. You just go to nixle.com on the internet and it will walk you through how to sign up, or just take your smartphone and text 888-777 and in the subject line put the zip code 35901. That automatically sets you up for the alerts that go out for Etowah County. We are also on Twitter and Facebook. Our alert notification goes out on those two medias also. The biggest thing that you can do, though, is have a weather radio and have it in your bedroom so that if this happens during the night, it's going to wake you up. Some people get a little upset if they just go buy one and take it home and plug it in because they start getting alerts for everybody. But you can program those just to get alerts for Etowah County. And if you have any trouble with that, bring them by our office and any one of us will be happy to program it for you so that you're not alerted only if it occurs that it's going to apply to you. So there's different ways to get alert notification. It's very important that you get it as early as you can. It's important to have more than one way of getting it so that if you're out in your car or you're shopping, you're at home asleep at night, have more than one way to get that notification when the event does occur. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Denise. Well, now I believe we'll do the ribbon cutting, and we'll just ask everyone that's on the shelter team, the EMA team, if you'll come up with us. Everyone, Josh, if you'll take that end, and Denise, if you'll take the other end. After we cut the ribbon, everyone's free to tour the site, ask questions of the EMA staff. These are really, really heavy scissors, Mayor and Councilman. The two of you want to come up here and
You want me to hit me? Hold it.
We drop those, we in trouble.
Okay, let's smile for a
Okay,
picture.
let's do one picture without the before we cut it. Looking right here. All right, whenever you're ready. You can cut it.
Cut it.
1, 2,
Okay, take a tour of the shelter now.
Yeah.